This is High Vibe TV, the uncensored, guided, and community-based video TV network with content recorded and live streamed from the world-famous High Vibe TV studios. High Vibe TV delivers daily, weekly, and special programs focused on astrology, spirituality, history, community, and more. This is not your run-of-the-mill astrology and tarot. This is the future of spirituality, illuminating new ways the collective can step into the dawning of this exciting new dimension. The highest vibe is truth, and the truth always prevails. Download our awesome app on the Apple and Android stores so you don't miss our notifications, with special spiritual insights curated to the energy of the universe. Search for us on your TV with our exciting TV apps on Apple TV and Roku. Catch our vibe on your computer, where you can join in on the live chat with our amazing community and blog. Watch spirituality like you've never seen before. Download our apps or go to highvibe.tv. Subscribe now.
I can tell you that, the 12th house, the Pisces thing, is true selfless service. So Virgo is the service we actually physically do. Aquarius is the understanding of how to help others and ways that we can understand how to innovate and change and figure out how the universe works to better understand ourselves and others, how we align with others, how we also stay, in a solid state to where we don't lose ourselves emotionally. But I can tell you in Pisces and being a 12th houser that it's the true test of selfless service. And I can tell you that that's where you get all the rewards in life. It's not the 10th house. It's not the 2nd house. It's not the 6th house. It's the 12th. And I can tell you through all the hardest things that the 12th house is going to bring the collective and all of us that are listening to this or that I'm talking to, you have to realize the 12th house where Saturn, Mercury, Sun, Neptune are all going to be by the end of this week. That's a lot. If I were to see somebody with Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune in the 12th house, you want to talk about a humbled life. It's a humbled life. It's not an easy life. But it's one where the only way out is through full selfless service and letting go of your ego and fully connecting to your spiritual life and purpose. It's easy for people to say they're spiritual than to really be it. One thing, because I think I've done this so long, is it doesn't feel like a job. That's why I don't think about the time. And so when Saturn comes into Pisces, it loses its idea of time. It already got blasted conjunct Pluto when it was in Capricorn. The idea of time already is gone. The reason why the world's not turning on the way we thought it would be is because even the idea of time and what we spend our time with and what that's supposed to look like is blown up. So Saturn coming into Pisces is a big test already with where are you at with your selfish, unselfish, selfless service? Not a lot of people know this, but all these DJ gigs you see me do at, they always ask me how much, and I always say, no, I'm just doing it to help out. So all those don't trips and all those hundreds of people that have came and paid for tickets, I didn't ask for $1 back. I know, it's like there's something about that 12th house where it's like, no, I don't want to put that burden on you because you're already so in the event. I want you to be successful. When you truly learn to be of a place where it's selfless service, you'll take the hits. But a lot of people don't take the hits in this life. And I'm not talking about unfair hits. I'm talking about the hits of, you know what? I don't care what friends have ever called me. The reason why I became an ordained minister was to marry my friends, or even my own father, or even do his funeral without him knowing I would do it. There's no money involved. You know, one thing that you learn, especially when you're somebody like me who's made a shit ton of money, when the zeros are more than anybody believed, and lost it all, and had to bring it all back, and every month try to keep it all together. You would think that I would maybe demand more and ask for more, but I don't. I trust that my selfless service will pay me back in a deeper spiritual way. I'm not going to lie, I feel like for me, the end of Saturn in Aquarius has been a tough lesson. Of accepting that I'm here to help people and help the collective. Even if so many people have left on the journey, and not really many people really want to be part of a whole idea of creating a collective and to do things together. It's not an easy thing to accept. You know, I'm not going to lie, I've spent the last 3 weeks trying to see how I undo this whole place and how I could just go be a dad and make the life easy and maybe just do schools and do my horoscopes from my house. But boy, oh boy, would that be the biggest self-undoing I'd ever do in my life. And these are tough choices that we're all going to have to make in our life, because we enter into Pisces with the choices we make in Aquarius. Whether we hold the line for a higher good, that we're willing to do things, and that you've actually created things in your life to do service for others, to help others, to be there for others, to connect. Because one of the things about Aquarius is, do you even have the area in life to connect or for people to fit in to your life? Or have you closed your life off in a very South Node Scorpio way? Now, only this amount of people are going to come in, and let me go into my little nest. Especially with Pluto being at the exact opposite point of 29 Cancer, which is where people want to just feel safe in the nest. And that's actually the scariest place to be. And this is definitely us feeling like we're being thrown into the unknown. But I'd rather be in the unknown knowing that I'm not trying to find safety right now in life, in a place that I know was pulling me away from where I'm open for the universe to bring the right energies, the right people, and more importantly, that I know that the selfless service that I do for myself, for others, and for the universe, and for spirit, no matter what's called at any moment, that I'm always available for that. That I don't create a life that is a matrix life with this idea of, no, it's got to be like this and it has to be this way. You want to talk about the real rebel? That's going to be the other big question that Saturn asks. The real rebel is outcasted, not choosing to be a rebel. The false rebel is the one that chooses to rebel. Aquarius is not about rebelling. Aquarius's darkest path, which Saturn teaches, is when you become just like Saturn in Capricorn and you want the power for yourself. So the idea of breaking apart and going your own way is exactly what Saturn does. Control. I want control of my life. I want control of how it's all going to go. And I want it to be this one way. And every excuse to rebel, to feel different. But really, what's the shadow of that is that you're not available to be there to help. You're not available to be there for the collective. You want it for your own way. And that's this horrible Aries transit. I'm going to call it the horrible Aries transit because it's in the middle of all these things in the caboose that are not done at the end of the zodiac, which are the deepest spiritual lessons of our life. So it's so easy right now to just think, well, this is changing and I'm going here and this is, woo! I thank God that I found a partner in my life, Sophia, who understands this work and this business and understands the light work that comes first. that she is independent enough to have her own life and for me to still do this. And is strong enough, even being pregnant and having to deal with shit, to understand that I'm fucking doing everything I can to do for the collective as much as I am to do for our own family, but I am not going to sacrifice on either side. I'm not going to sacrifice for my ego. Everything is for a better intention and how to bring it all together. That's the one thing that sports teaches us, right? A kid who doesn't play sports doesn't know anything about knowing how to get together unless they're in art or music or something like that. But sports is the best place where we learn teamwork. You know? The one place that I learned, even in swimming, which was one of my best sports from 5 to 18, where you're by yourself, you still need to be on a team. You still need to have others that race you and that help you compete, and more importantly, to be on relays with you and so forth. And to be a team to beat the other team. To have the willingness to want to go up there and be with your comrades, your friends, and your homies. So the biggest test of Saturn in Aquarius is remembering the teamwork. But man, when you look out there in the horizon line, and you look out there in the world today, a lot of people want to be on teams. Everybody's still caught up in Pluto and Capricorn. It's like, I want to make sure I have control of my destiny, and I have control, and I have control, and I have control. And they're forgetting about the selfless service, and they're forgetting about the teamwork that Pluto's going to require all of us to be in. It's going to take some weeks, of course, 3 weeks till Pluto comes into Aquarius, and it's going to be a smell, a taste, a vibe that we've never felt or smelled, or even could even we can't even register it yet. And it's going to throw all that control for a loop. So I ask you on this deep astrology, because I know that this is so extreme, and you'd think I would come with some extreme way of putting it, and yada yada, and it is extreme. But I'm asking you to understand how much is going deep into this 12th house of Pisces. That no matter how far out Mars is right now, thinking it's leading the pack, it's still out of bounds. It's still in shadow. And then when you think of all this Aries shit, and the dispositor of Aries with Jupiter, Venus, Chiron is Mars, and Mars is in Gemini, crazy and out of bounds. To think that your benefic ideas of grandeur for your own self and your own little environment are really your best bet without thinking of the wider picture, the longer term, and that any of the things that you are considering problems in your life are actually because you're not willing to face them and find ways to make all the pieces work. You're trying to run away, escape, and trying to find control. And that is the worst place you could go.
This is High Vibe TV, the uncensored, guided, and community-based video TV network with content recorded and live streamed from the world-famous High Vibe TV studios. High Vibe TV delivers daily, weekly, and special programs focused on astrology, spirituality, history, community, and more. This is not your run-of-the-mill astrology and tarot. This is the future of spirituality, illuminating new ways the collective can step into the dawning of this exciting new dimension. The highest vibe is truth, and the truth always prevails. Download our awesome app on the Apple and Android stores so you don't miss our notifications, with special spiritual insights curated to the energy of the universe. Search for us on your TV with our exciting TV apps on Apple TV and Roku. Catch our vibe on your computer, where you can join in on a live chat with our amazing community and blog. Watch spirituality like you've never seen before. Download our apps or go to highvibe.tv. Subscribe now.